Hi my lovelies, I'm Jen and this is Crifty Crafty.
Hi my lovelies, I hope you're all well. So today we're going to decorate the money boxes that you can get from the pound shop. So the first thing I want to do is sort out design space. So I've gone into my internet browser and I've just found an image that I like. So I'm going to go and upload that. So I'm just going to grab it here. And I want to have it as, I'm just going to have it as a complex image today. Now I'm actually going to get rid of this lower part in design space. So for the time being, I'm just going to concentrate on the background and removing the pieces I don't want. So I'm going to go to continue. And then we've got our wand up here, our select and erase. So I'm just going to start going through and erasing all my pieces that I don't want. And this is going to take some time because we've got all these little squares, but I just take my time with it and make sure I get it right, because once my image is uploaded and saved, I don't need to worry about it again. So I'm just going to go through and erase all of the top parts of the image. I'm not going to worry about this because I'm just going to slice it away when we're in our canvas. So once that's all done, we're going to go to continue and we'll be able to check that we've got all our pieces, and it looks like we have. So I'm going to save it as a cut image. I'm just going to change the name to New York, and then we're going to save it. So once it's saved, you can click on it and insert your image. So you can see that our image has come up here, and I actually want to remove the lower portion of it. So I'm just going to go to shapes and I'm going to grab a square and I'm just going to bring it down to here and unlock it and then pull it across. And I don't want too much of a lower border, probably about there. And I'm going to highlight all and slice. And then I can remove all these portions that I don't want. And then I also want to remove the New York writing. So again, I'm just going to grab a square and unlock it. And then place it over. And again, I'm just going to highlight and slice. Now I actually want our skyline to be 5 inches in width, so this is going to reduce it dramatically, and we are going to lose some of those cuts. I mean, they're not even showing up on the screen now, and to be honest, I'm actually not overly worried. In fact, what I might do is just remove those altogether and just have the bridge and maybe this part. So I've got two options. I can either go back, re-upload it, and just remove these pieces, or I can go to my shapes. I can grab a square and unlock it, and then just bring it over and place it where I want it to cover. So there's the first bit, so I'm just going to weld that, and you can weld several pieces at once if you want to. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of those. So once you've placed all your areas you want to weld, we're just going to highlight and weld. So on second thoughts, I've actually removed this. So I've just left the lines and the dots at the top. So I'm happy with the way that my image now looks. So I'm going to go back in and reduce it to 5. And that is pretty small, but we'll see how it turns out. You never know, it might surprise me. But I just think it's a beautiful image, so I really want to use it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my text and I'm just going to type my text in. So for this text, I've used the Anisha font, which you can get from dafont.com. And for this one, I've used the Skinny, which again, you can get from dafont.com. So with this one, I'm just going to go to Advanced and Ungroup to Letters. and I'm just going to start moving my letters together so that they are as one in a nice cursive font. And then once you're happy with it, you're just going to highlight and then weld, and this will then weld our letters together. And then we're able to go in and work out exactly how we want everything to be. The next thing I want to do is highlight all of them, and I want the height of the whole thing to be no more than 3 inches. Now I could at this point weld them, but I'm not going to weld or attach them. I'm just going to leave them as individual pieces, and I'll place them how I want when it's actually on my money box. If I weld or attach these so that I cut them out as one, I'm going to really struggle to lay them down on the curve of the money box. So I'm going to do them separately. So I'm now going to go to Make It. And you can see, because we've not attached or welded them, we're able to move them around on our virtual kind of mat. So I'm happy with those. So we're then going to go to Continue. And I'm just going to set our material to vinyl, and then we're going to go ahead and load our mat and cut out all our pieces. You just want to go around in circular motions and just really work it in. And it doesn't take too much effort, but I've found that the nail polish remover you're using does make a difference. So I tend to try and go with quite strong ones. So this is a super strength one, and I think that these work really, really well. I did get I've got some that's for it's moisturising. I've got some moisturising one. That didn't work at all. You do need a super strength one. But I've also read that people have been using gel, so hand sanitizer and things like that. So anything you've got that's got an astringent in it within the household should kind of take it off. But you want something with a good strength to it. And as I say, this is a super strength nail polish remover, and I'm not really having to work that hard. So I've already weeded out my image, so I'm just going to transfer the image first. So as always, I'm going to place my transfer tape down. I'm going to go in with my squeegee on the front, and then I'm just going to turn it over and do it from the back as well. And I've always done this, it just works for me, I find it easier. And then I'm just going to go in and remove my backing. So I'm just going to work out where I want to place my piece. So I think I'm going to do it there. And as always, I'm going to place my middle down first, and then I'm going to work my way outwards. And I'm not overly concerned, as always, about my actual transfer tape. It's the vinyl. And then place that side down. And then I'm going to go in with my scraper and just give that a really, really good scrape. So I'm going to concentrate on this side first. So I'm just going to give that a really, really good scrape. And then I'm going to go in and just remove that. So now I'm going to concentrate on my Statue of Liberty bit and just really go in and give that a scrape. And then we can very gently start removing that. And you may have to use your fingernail just to, because it's such a curve on it, you may have to just kind of gently prise it away, but that's fine because we're going to go in with our scraper in a second anyway. So there's that bit done. And then for our final piece, again, we're going to go in with our scraper and we're just going to really adhere that. And all we're going to do is we're just going to go in with our scraper. If we've got any bubbles, we're just going to very gently smooth those out. We're just going to make sure that the whole image is fully adhered to our jar. So once you're happy with the placement, you then go back in with your scraper. And then we can just gently remove our transfer tape. And then again, we're just going to go in with the flat of our scraper and just make sure that everything is really well adhered. So now what I've done is I've placed my New York bit, so I've placed my middle bit first. I'm just going to go in and make sure that that is really well adhered. And then I want to go in and do my other side. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pair of scissors and I'm just going to snip down, but I'm not actually going to snip all the way. And then I'm going to snip up. So I leave a gap here. And then I can place this side down as well. And that then allows me to go in with my scraper, give it all a really good scrape. And then again, I can just go in with my scraper and make sure that that's just really well adhered. So we've now finished our money jar, and as you can see, I've actually removed the name. I took a step back and I decided that it looked a little bit too cramped, it was a bit too fussy, and by removing the name, I actually think that my money jar looks a lot better, and I think it's a really effective result. And sometimes you do that, you put things on and you decide they're not quite working, and you do have a certain amount of a time span in which you can remove your vinyl before it sets, especially if you're using a 651. So you do have that option to remove it, and I actually think it looks beautiful. I love these money jars. I think they're a really lovely gift. I think you can personalize them as much as you want to. I think that they're really inexpensive. They're not hard to change. Once you've removed the original design, you can really do anything that you want to do with them. And I think that they make an absolutely beautiful Christmas or birthday gift. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe and leave any comments, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Please do subscribe, like and comment below. Bye!